Hello wonderful people, karibuni sana back to our special edition about Mental Health Awareness Month. Kama kawaida, karibu Alfi.
Thank you.
Karibu tuendelee hapa kwenye tuko.
Hapa tusonge tu hapa.
Tusonge tu mos.
Yes,
Mwendo ni wa aste.
Ndio hiyo sasa.
Yeah. Leo tunaendelea na discussion yetu ya mental health awareness.
Yes.
And I think today tunaangalia about something that is, I think it's common.
It is common. It is ni vile tu haijulikani, but it is common.
Haijulikani in details, but watu wako na wanaijua kwa ujuju tu.
Yes.
Yeah, so bipolar disorder. That's what we're looking at today.
Yes, bipolar.
Bipolar.
Tunasikiaga.
Tunasikianga tu.
Yeah, baadhi unasikia mtu akisema mimi ni bipolar ama najua best yangu ni bipolar. So wacha leo tuone hii bipolar ni nini.
Na mtu anasema huyu mzee anakaa ni bipolar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is bipolar?
It's a serious mental illness that cause unusual shifts in mood.
Yes, actually this one, you operate between two, I would say two sides.
Yeah.
Extremely high and extremely low.
Extremely low.
Yeah, so when you're extremely high, tunasema is maniac. Ni mania.
Mania.
So that's an extreme high. Then when it goes to the extreme low, depression.
Depression.
So it actually ranges hapo katikati. Yeah, so bipolar goes both sides.
Yeah, it goes both sides, from extremely high to the lows.
Yes.
Lows kabisa.
Yes. And interestingly, bipolar actually affect a lot of things. Like for instance, it accepts energy yako. Energy levels, they are up, they are low. It affects your mood. Your moods,
your activities.
Your activities, you sleep.
Yeah, you sleep.
Yeah. So
sense of judgment.
Exactly. And on the extreme cases, you find this person anakuwa rendered basically kind of helpless because they are not able to do their daily tasks.
It's true.
Haizi enda job, haizi enda shule.
It's true.
You know, those basic, we call them basic, but this person is not able to carry them.
And unakuta hawaeleki sana. I think kukaa kwa society ama kwa nyumba working with this person hutamuelewa sana.
Yeah, because unajua ndio unasikia tukisema it's an extreme. It's an extreme low and an extreme high. So one minute this person has a lot of energy, then the next ataki atakuongea na watu, amejisolate. So unaona you'll not be able to actually understand this particular person. Yeah.
Unakuta mtu pia atakuwa na hayuko confident about himself.
True.
Sababu unaona watu ni kama hawanielewi.
Yes. Alafu naona like when you look at bipolar, you notice it starts in your teens.
Yeah, it starts early.
Yeah, teens and early 20s. And you see in most cases, like we've been saying previously, this is the age that people are trying to find themselves.
That's true.
Yeah. So unaona, so wewe utasema ni characteristic yake. Ama unaanza kusema huyu jamaa ama huyu dem siku hizi ni kama ana shut down watu. Ama on the other hand, akona extreme energy. So you're not able to really balance this particular person.
You're not able to balance.
Yes.
That's true. I think now you've said something about manic and depressive.
Yes.
We can look at symptoms za manic. Tuone ni kama gani hizo.
Yeah, but before we look at that, one thing we should also be able to tell our audience what triggers bipolar.
Oh.
Because hatujaambia what triggers. Yeah. So when you look at bipolar, like most of the other disorders, unakuta ni genetic. It can be inherited.
It can, yes.
Yeah, it can be inherited. Then pia kuna traumatic experience.
It's true.
So it can trigger for you to have bipolar.
It can trigger. Hapo kwenye watu wanaanza kujijua at 20s or teens.
Yes.
Mtu akiwa na such a trigger, a trauma, it can trigger this in the brain.
Yes. And then pia kuna what we call this alcohol, drugs kama kawaida. Drugs and alcohol, they
misuse
can also
of it,
misuse of that can also cause bipolar.
Vile wewe unasema ati a brain is a factory of chemicals.
Yes. So unaenda umechokora sasa.
Ukichokora some things zinaweza kosa kuwa right.
Exactly. And remember what we've said, bipolar inaanzia teens and 20s.
Yeah.
So hapa ndio brain yako pia ina grow. Remember your brain is also growing,
It's growing.
So at this particular point I think ina grow very fast, just like your body also. So I think now we can look at the maniac, as you were saying.
Yeah. I think one of them ni intense feelings of euphoria, excitement, too much happiness.
Yes. Maniac episodes akona amefurahi sana, extreme. Lakini ukiangalia you're not understanding why this person is that excited. Unaona? So wewe huoni the excitement.
Huoni sababu ya hiyo kitu kwa that way.
Yes. So lakini yeye akona hiyo excitement.
Yeah, excitement yako iko juu kabisa.
Exactly. And you know, because of this excitement, you might find this person has excessive energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, ako excited,
ako hyper.
Ako hyper. Right word. Ako hyper, hata si explains the idea hapo.
Yeah. Ako hyper, yeah.
Yes. Then we have insomnia, lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep.
And like again we've seen with most of the disorders, watu wengi wako na hiyo shida. There's lack of sleep. Yeah. Yeah.
Alafu and also mtu ana pia kuwa jumpy or weird.
Yes.
Character yake hieleweki kabisa.
Ako all over the place.
Yeah, hajatulia.
So ako all over the place. Then of course thoughts, they are not I would call them organized. They're jumbled. They are
not organized, it's true.
Yeah, they're jumbled. 1 minute anaongea this, the next minute anaongea that. So again all over the place.
Yeah. Alafu haizi focus kabisa. Ako so much distracted.
Yes. Yeah, by the kuna distraction.
Yeah.
Again, we go back to the excitement. Because it starts from the excitement. So excitement, this person is all over.
Hakuwezi focus.
Yes, focus. So thoughts pia ziko all over the place. Yeah. So that one is there. And then being unusually talkative. Haongeagi sana. Then this particular time,
kuna wakati tu
amepeana story.
Yeah, unusually talkative.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking very fast. Unakuta anataka kusema vitu mingi at the same time.
At the same time, exactly. Then they're impulsive. Which is not basically their characteristics. So at this particular moment, they're very impulsive.
Yeah.
Then irritability. Anakasirika. Anaudhika haraka.
Yeah.
I think that is it.
Ukimwambia hivi anakasirika tu.
Yeah. So those are some of the maniac episodes, as we call them.
Na hapo wako na pia ni hizo extreme highs ndio vile tumesema ako extremely this, extremely that.
Yes. Yeah. So then now the other part is the depressive
part of it.
So remember we have said it has two parts. The maniac where you have an extreme high, and then the depressive or the low.
The low.
Yeah. Now we can look at the low part. So sadness. Ako down. Yeah.
Ako na feeling of ako unworthy.
Yes. Yani basically this person is helpless and hopeless at the same time.
Ako na hiyo two state akiwa hapo, it's for me it's a dark space to be in.
Yes. Then basically lack of interest also. They are not interested in anything. So again, like you've said, because already I feel worthless, helpless, so hana value.
Anajiona hana value.
Yeah, true. Then low energy, feeling tired.
Low energy, ako too tired. Kuna hiyo time ako too low in energy kabisa.
Yes. Forgetfulness.
Yes.
Anasahau vitu. So hii ameenda low. This is now the extreme.
The other side of it, extreme.
Yes, extreme low.
And indecisiveness.
Cannot make decisions. So
tufanye hivi.
Hapana, okay, si hapana ama yes, hayuko haezi amua what is what.
Na mwingine mna agree the same utafanya hivi. Ikifika jioni asha change mind.
Exactly.
Tena mkiagree mfanye hivyo asha change mind.
Exactly. So in fact even they have an issue with concentration.
Yeah.
They're not able to concentrate.
They cannot concentrate.
Yeah, they're not able to concentrate.
Yeah.
Sleep again. You're either sleeping too much or too little.
Too little is a problem. Eating habits also.
Pia ziko affected. Alafu hapa kuna kuja suicidal thoughts. Tena tumerudi kwa suicide.
Tunarudi hapo because hapa ni depressive.
Hii ni depressive, ako on the low side of it.
On the low side.
Yes.
And this may happen. Thoughts of death or suicide.
Exactly. So this is the depressive part.
That's the depressive part of it. Yeah.
Then we can look at what? The types of bipolar?
Yeah.
So the difference between the types is basically the extremes. Extreme high or extreme low. So actually that's where the different types come in.
Yeah. So bipolar 1 disorder.
Yes.
It's having a history of maybe one manic
episode.
Episode.
Yes. And then maybe also having a depressed state. So maniac iko, that is guaranteed. Bipolar 1, you have this one maniac episode.
Yeah. Na ni unakuta anapatana tuna ka episode tu hivyo.
Yes.
Alafu kanapotea.
Yes. And then sana anakuwa na depressed.
Na pia akiwa depressed anakuwa depressed. Ni kama inakuja unakuta maybe kama ni kwa siku kuna moja at a time.
Yes. So
na haikai sana.
It's short term. Actually, this one is short term. Yeah. That is bipolar 1.
Bipolar 1.
Yes.
Yeah. And this one may also trigger psychosis. Kuna mali inaweza trigger, unaona mtu hapa ni kama ameingia kwa reality yake.
Yes. Remember we said bipolar because it's a mental issue, hallucinations, psychosis as we're calling it, hallucinations, delusions.
Delusions.
So I'm a switch to world yake peke yake. Yeah, so create reality.
Kuna hiyo period unaona mtu anakuanga saa lakini Kuna vile tu kuna wakati hayuko
sawa. Yeah, so that's bipolar 1.
Bipolar 1 disorder.
Yes. Then
the next is bipolar 2 disorder.
Bipolar 2. Now bipolar 2 is a bit interesting. I would say it's interesting because for me bipolar 2, you notice it's shifting. Ako, we would call it normal mood. Ako stable and standard. Then anaenda to a high. Then again to a low. So this person is shifting. The moods are shifting. Hey. Yeah. So hana, what do we say? Yake utakuta it's ako normal, then goes maniac, then goes depressive.
Ana shift to haraka.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically this one atakuwa na major depressive disorder.
It's true.
Yeah, because of that. Yeah.
Because of the shift in mood.
Yes. And by the again, you look at bipolar 2, it might be as severe as bipolar 1 when it comes to the mood swings. Yeah, when it comes to the manic episode. Yeah, it could be severe. It's severe, almost the same as bipolar 1. Yeah.
Yeah, the third one, we could go to the third one, cyclothymic disorder.
Hapa ni total instability.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's maniac, extreme maniac, extreme depressive, you know. So the only difference here compared to bipolar 1 and 2 is that they're not as intense, or I would say they don't take that long.
They don't, when it happens,
it's a burst.
For a period.
It's a short period.
Oh yeah, it's a burst. That's
a word. Yeah, it's a burst. But you see, for bipolar 1 and 2, they take longer. Yeah. So for cyclothymic, it's a burst. It's a short period. It's there. It's intense, and then it's done. It's gone. Yeah.
Maybe something happens and it triggers, alafu inalipuka kinaumana.
Afu inaisha. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bipolar, when you look at it, it's quite, I would say it's quite an interesting disorder, for lack of a better word, because of the way actually the shifts.
The shifts in the mood. So it's all about the moods.
Yes. So when you look at this person, you might not really be able to understand this person.
It's true. Yeah. That's why wanakuwa na low self-esteem.
Yes.
Value.
Yes, because dakika moja, I'm okay, I'm all over, I can do this, I can achieve this.
Kidogo, sifai hata, siwezi na sifai. All the negativity comes in.
Exactly. Na huyu mtu unakuta, they cannot be able to do, like we've said, they cannot be able to carry their daily tasks. Yeah. So the interesting thing about bipolar is that, okay, it's a lifelong disorder.
It's true. It's a condition that stays for a long time, yes. Or for life.
For life. It's actually for life. But with, I would say, like when you look at the treatment, you notice it's something that you can be able to handle.
Yeah. That's the good part of it, because ni moods tunaweza jaribu with the help of the doctors and the practitioners.
Yes.
Is how wanaweza jaribu ku maintain hizo moods.
Exactly. So I think we look at the treatment for bipolar, because the beauty is that it has treatment.
It has treatment.
Yeah, it has treatment.
Because this thing is for life. There's treatment kusaidia watu kukaa kwa with the situation in the society.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So medication, okay, number one is
medication. Yes.
So hapa kuna mood stabilizers. Remember tumesema ni moods extremely high, extreme low.
Yeah, to stabilize the moods.
Yeah, so the moods can be stabilized. Kuna of course antipsychotic drugs,
antidepressants.
Exactly. And then the most important thing about medication is that you have to follow it as it is prescribed.
This one, wanakaa nayo, so they have to follow it kabisa.
Yes. Yeah. So for this one hakuna tunaacha dawa kwa sababu leo umesikia mood imerudi poa, mood iko sawa.
Kama ni ya kila siku unaitumia kila siku.
Yes. Actually the only person who can actually advise what a medication as per observations is your doctor.
Ni daktari tu.
Yes. Si wewe. Si wewe. Ni daktari akae na wewe, analyze nini yako, then akwambia okay, now from pali tumefika, now you can either reduce or you can stop the medication.
Ama kubadilishia one vile inaenda, wacha tubadilishe tuweke kidogo ama tuongeze vitu kama hizo.
Exactly, very true. Then we also have talk therapy.
Mental illness. Talk therapy.
Talk therapy ndio hiyo. But now the interesting with for the bipolar is that the talk therapy actually helps you cope with your moods. So actually now it's literally you're being taught how to handle your moods,
how to handle yourself.
Yes. True. Yeah, because now you see bipolar haitaki stress.
By the way, haitaki stress.
So lazima uambie okay, triggers zako za stress ni nini?
Ni hizi.
So that your psychiatrist, psychologist, they walk you through the process. So you are also able to identify what are my triggers.
It's true.
And then how do you handle
how you handle them.
Yes.
And unakuta watu kama wenye wamepitia hii yote na hii medication, utaona ni smart people.
Yes.
Situations za kukasirisha wanaondokeanga. Unaona tu mtu ameondoka polepole and then they are composed.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, now that's where, because the talk therapy comes in, because talk therapy actually helps them improve communication and relationships.
That's true. That's why they can enter into relationships.
Yes. So ataka, yes, anajua niko na bipolar, but this is how I handle my triggers for the maniac episodes and for the depressive episodes. So akiona the triggers, ana pull back.
Ana pull back.
Yes, before it explodes. Yeah. Then treatment is continuous. It's a long process. It's long term.
Yeah, because it's a lifetime. It's long term.
Yes, and then of course, depending with the severity of the condition, it'll determine how you're gonna handle it. Yeah, and the treatment, of course.
Yeah, alafu pia wanafunzwa how to they follow a schedule, a specific schedule.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
wanafunzwa how to follow a schedule, so that as they're being taught in talk therapy how to communicate and how to relate, wanaonyeshwa how to work in a kind of schedule. So unakuta mtu akiamka anajua siku yake vile inaenda.
Yes, yes.
They afuate hiyo sequence.
Yeah. Actually, you'll notice there are those we call lifestyle habits that now these people adopt. Like for instance, unaona tumesema they have this lack of sleep. So what happens is that now these people are actually trained. Unataka ulale 8 hours. So at 9
lazima sasa hiyo lazima alale tu.
So it becomes consistent, and of course your brain, remember you're training your brain because this is a mental issue. So your brain itazoea ile schedule. Automatically unajua by saa 3 mimi nimelala, probably I'll wake up by 5-6 in the morning. So you keep it consistent. Yeah, so it helps you having that schedule. Basically lack of sleep haitakuwa.
Na kama amerest well, hata moods kustabilize itakuwa rahisi with even the help of the medication.
Yes. Yeah. And then now there's nutrition and exercise. Yeah. Again, eat well, exercise. Ita improve kila kitu kwa mwili yako. Unaona? Hata brain yako itakuwa streamlined because you're eating as it's supposed. It's getting whatever it's supposed to get.
Yeah, they work with the practitioners, peer with the nutritionists.
Yes.
Wanaambiwa what to eat, what time to eat this, what time to eat that, so that they keep everything. You need the factory of the chemical, the brain.
Yes.
They actually is like they are feeding the brain.
They are feeding the brain, yes.
So they have to eat right.
Exactly.
Kule ile kitu ameambiwa. Kama ameambiwa hii si mzuri,
yes,
the junk and whatever.
Exactly.
Hiyo hawatakula.
You have to stop, yes. And of course now exercise also comes in. And then of course when you have bipolar, it's not recommended to take over the counter medications without prescription from the doctor.
Even the supplements.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because remember, this is a mental issue. It's a mental chemical balance kwa brain.
We are trying to balance these chemicals.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you might take something, it triggers. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't take over the counter without prescription.
Kama food pia wanakuwa prescribed what to eat and what not to eat. Even the over the counter medications, even they need supplements.
Supplements, yes, yes. They are not supposed to take that.
So kama tuko nao huko nyumbani, just don't bring supplements. Hii nilitumia pale, let's not give them.
True. And then of course keep a journal, mood journal.
Yeah, they are taught how to keep a mood journal.
Yeah, so leo nina feel low, kwa nini nina feel low, 1 2 3 kesho na feel excited. So by doing this you're able to track your mood, and actually you can now even identify the triggers, like you said. You can identify the triggers as to your condition before it let me say it becomes activated.
Yeah. Anajua jana nilifanya hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi, na hapa hivi kuna mahali nilitrigger some extreme highs or some extreme lows.
Yes.
So what I avoid the next day.
Exactly. And you see, by keeping the journal, you also know what is working, whether the treatment is working or not.
It's true. It's true.
So that's bipolar. Anything else you can add?
I think they should avoid using alcohol and other
definitely drugs. Yes.
Yeah, you said about stress.
Yes.
For them, it's important to simplify their life.
Yes. Basically, their life is like a scheduled life, I would say. Wake up, do 1 2 3 4 5. Day is done. Rest. Exercise, sleep, So it's a programmed life, and by doing that, actually they're able to avoid the stimulants or the triggers.
It's true. And I remember somewhere tulikuwa tunaongea about the mental illnesses. One way of coping with them and knowing how to live right is kuweka small, achievable and realizable goals.
Goals, exactly.
Avoid, the purpose of that is to avoid stress.
Yes.
Because when you're stressful, the chemicals to the brain zinatoka mbaya, zina affect all these other things.
Other things, yes, exactly.
So setting small, realizable goals, or simply having a simple life, na chivi kidogo na chivile kidogo, inasaidia sana.
Inasaidia
kuna cope na stress.
Very true. And you see, like notice most of the mental disorders, most of them are triggered by stress.
It's true.
Most of them are triggered by stress. As much as we are saying there's a chemical imbalance in the brain, but stress.
There has to be a trigger, something in a poke from outside.
Yes.
And outside nini inaleta kitu kidogo and then inaribika kwa brain.
Wow, that is bipolar.
Now this is bipolar, and one major thing is for people in bipolar to have a support network. Tulisema no man is an island. For us to not to have these mental illnesses or serious mental illnesses is to have support. Yes,
you see, as long as you, I would say, learn to associate with others, learn to talk about the issues that you are facing, your support system will always be there.
Yeah.
And you see, with bipolar, in fact, they're being taught communication and relationship, because they have a challenge. You know, when it becomes an extreme high or an extreme low, it becomes a challenge. So that's why they're taught how to communicate and how to have relationships with other people.
True. Even us as other people who are not really affected by this, or we do not suffer from bipolar, it is also a thing prudent or required of us kuweza kuelewa. Ukiona mtu in your circle,
yeah.
Maybe in your church, in your community, in your family, it's good to understand this people. Usikuwe ndio una cause trigger.
Yeah, but this could trigger mtu, exactly.
Usikuwe trigger mtu.
Exactly. Because remember, unaona these people, they're operating on extreme highs and lows. So you have to understand them.
You have to understand
them. And you see, most of the time, when mtu akona bipolar, they might not realize.
They might not.
When you notice the character change or the behavior change. So it's actually up to you now kumsaidia seek treatment.
Kumsaidia.
Yes, and you see, when you seek treatment well in advance, it becomes easy to manage actually.
Yeah,
it becomes easy. And like most of the other disorders.
Yeah, with therapy mtu anaweza kujua how even to grow up and have relationships and have businesses, or even in workplaces anaweza kurelate vizuri na kufanya kazi.
Very true.
Or even become even bosses.
They do become bosses. Yeah. They do become bosses. Yeah, so it's only a matter of management.
Yes. And also support. Support is very important.
Yes. Very
as you said, no man is an island. Kila mtu anakuanga na stress kake.
Yes.
Find a way of talking it out easily. Isikuwe extreme kulead to depression and other things. Ama ikuwe hiyo ndio trigger ya kakitu kwa maisha yako.
It's very true. Very true. Wow, that is bipolar.
That's bipolar.
Tuambie next week. Next week topic ya next week ni gani?
Tunafanya Schizophrenia.
Yeah, next episode we'll be dealing with schizophrenia. Yeah, as we are coming to almost winding up on special edition.
Yeah, we are coming winding up. It's been a wonderful journey ya ku enlighten each other.
Yes.
Enlighten each other.
Yes, I actually, by the going through these particular disorders, actually you realize there's so much we don't know about mental illness.
It's true.
Yeah, and so much that we ignore. Yeah.
And one thing I've come to appreciate, it's an illness.
Yes, it's
ni ugonjwa.
For us, we didn't see it as an illness.
No.
Until this particular point. This is when you realize it's something that can be treated. It's like ni kama kwa mgonjwa malaria.
Yeah. Na ni important to seek help.
Very true. Very true. So if you notice this person cannot seek help, please help them.
Help them seek help.
Yes. Sawa.
Asanteni sana. Tuonane next time kwa schizophrenia.
Yes.
Until then,
voila.